I feel a lot more secure in my arches. Told him it's time to go. He resisted. He wouldn't. He was trying to go back in the classroom. I had to like lock the door so he won't get in. Then he bit Mr. Hazelwood.
Now, she told me that he did. First, she said he was trying to bite. Then, when I said Angel's never bit anyone, then she said, well, he didn't try to bite Mr. Hazelwood. He was trying to headbutt him. So why are all the stories conflicting? Either he bit the man or he didn't bite the man.
I know, but first of all, Miss Harris was not in the classroom.
So that's what she should say.
I was a witness. I'm here. I was here. I was standing right by the door, and I saw him actually see them bite Mr. Hazelwood on the arm.
And nobody calls his mother. And nobody calls his mother. So he's flipping out 2 hours prior to dismissal. You get him to calm down. But I still wasn't told about this. If my son is kicking boxes and throwing things around the classroom, I am to be told.
Right. Was you told the last time he did it?
It took her 5 days to tell me, and I told her that better not ever happen again. I need to know immediately. I don't allow my child to behave like an animal.
Yeah, that's understandable. He throws the timer, he throws his pencils. Well, yesterday this is what he was doing. He was just throwing stuff, and I was just calming him down.
2 hours before dismissal, you said, right?
I don't understand, right? Because like when he do that, when he start throwing stuff and kicking boxes and knocking books off the shelf and stuff, I told Mr. Hazelwood, Mr. Hazelwood, now it takes him a long time to calm down. He calmed down for a minute, but then he was back on it again. I even took him around, like walked him around the building or whatever to calm him down, but he still wasn't calmed down when it was dismissal time. So, what do you want me to do?
Somebody could have gave me a phone call so I could have reinforced what you said to him, that he would be getting a punishment if he did not stop behaving like that. Somebody could have called me after the incident and let me know that my son had a grown man's body part in his mouth because he bit him. That's disgusting. Somebody could have called and...
No, he didn't bite his skin. Mr. Hazelwood had on a jacket, so he bit through the jacket. He didn't actually bite through his skin. No.
But that's something that I feel like I should be told about, which is why Miss Harris said we're probably going to implement a daily note. Because I don't understand the lack of communication. It's like the only time that we talk is when I call up here upset, trying to figure out what's going on. And I'm not used to that. When my son went to West Dallas School District, that woman had 22 children in her comprehensive unit. And she took the time out to write daily notes for every single solitary student. And she only had one teacher's aide. So it was 2 people in a room with 22 kids. And I knew how many bites of his sandwich he took a day. And now with this school, I don't know anything unless I see a bruise. I would have never known Angel bit somebody until he messed around and bit somebody else, and I seen it for myself. This is something that needs to be nipped in the butt immediately. My son cannot be out here biting people.
Right. Well, he just started. This is the first time he ever did that. I've been here. This is my second year here at this school, and this is the first time I ever saw him bite someone.
Yeah, I know, Miss Davidson. I'm sorry if I got an attitude, but we're talking about my baby.
That's okay. I understand. I have kids. I have 5 kids, matter of fact.
I have the utmost respect for you, but this lack of communication is not okay with me. If your child was at school and bit somebody, wouldn't you want to know so you could tell her, I wish you would bite somebody?
I want to know if he bit them through the skin. I want to know exactly what happened. See, when somebody told you that he bit a person, all you thinking is well, he bit him through his skin. You don't know if this person has AIDS or there's some kind of disease or whatever. I understand. But I'm letting you know that he did not bite Mr. Hazelwood through his skin. He just bit him through his coat.
But it's the behavior as well. It's the behavior as well that I can't allow for that to happen twice. Because then all it takes, Angel, is twice, and then it's a routine. I'm upset, I'm going to bite somebody. So I have to nip it in the butt immediately because of his disability.
Right.
So that he doesn't become a biter. Because that's not something that's going to be tolerated in the real world.
Right, because he might end up biting the wrong person and get some kind of disease or something. That's
exactly. But like I told Miss Harris, the principal just now, that I don't care if Angel's trying to murder somebody. I don't feel that anybody should have the right to hold my son so tight that it leaves bruises on his body. Nobody is to bruise my son.
Well, he didn't purposely bruise.
I understand that, but it's there, so that means that the force of the grip that grown man had on my little boy was too strong.
I had left. They said he was hitting his head and stuff, and he was just pulling him to get him from stopping him from hurting himself.
And that's another why. See this? It just the more and more I talk to everybody, it's like I feel like the school is dropping the ball with my son. Like you guys can't handle him. Because if my son is bashing his head into the ground and in the wall, biting people, headbutting people, throwing objects around the classroom, kicking boxes, throwing books around, and I'm not even getting a note?
Angel, go have a seat.
Why ain't I even getting a note? My son's not even allowed to raise his voice in my house. He is very well behaved. At all times. He never I can take Angel to the DMV and stand him in line for an hour. And he knows better. He knows he better stand there and wait patiently. And he does it.
So what do you want? You want the teacher to start sending him a daily note home?
Yeah, absolutely. I want to know if he's eating so I know if he's sick.
Good or bad, right?
Huh?
You want to know if he's acting up good, if he's acting good or bad, right?
Yeah, a daily note, a daily summary.
Or if he's not, then we'll send a note home letting you know exactly what he did.
Yes. And I can provide notebooks.
Excuse me?
I can provide notebooks. I can go get them today.
Oh, that's okay. But I'll make sure he receives a note, and I'll let you know everything that he did in a day. As far as, if he had a good day, all we're going to send is something that says he had a good day today. But
right.
Like today, when he get ready to go home,
right.
We'll talk about that. Because yesterday he had a problem. So today, usually Mr. Hazelwood take him on the bus. Only reason Mr. Hazelwood is taking him on the bus is because he acted out one time with me and Miss Harper. I had one arm, she had the other arm, and we was trying to put him on the bus. He just kept dragging, he was like, didn't want to get on the bus.
Yeah, and I think because when Angel was younger, if he got upset and he got into any type of physical touching, he likes to push, all that type of stuff, pushing his body up against another person's body, that pressure helps to enrage my son. So when he was younger in school and he started acting up, it was, okay, well, we're just going to stand here until you decide to get up and walk to this bus. Because the grabbing on him and the making him go, that just intensifies his reason to fight with you guys not to go.
No, but he wasn't, he was looking out the window when we just said Mr. Hazelwood said it's time to go. But Mr. Hazelwood usually takes him on the bus, so he haven't never had a problem with Mr. Hazelwood. That's what I didn't understand yesterday. Mr. Hazelwood, they had Mr. Hazelwood take him on the bus because he had a problem with me and Miss Harper.
Well, Angel needs to go back to just getting on the bus. He needs to go back to getting on the bus normally with all of the other kids, not getting no special treatment, not getting anybody just feeding into him wanting to misbehave and do what he wants to do, because he doesn't run nothing. And right now he's running you guys when it comes to getting on the school bus. He needs to learn his place. He's a child, autistic or not. When all the other kids get on the bus, it's time to go and get on the bus. I don't know if maybe he's allowed to play on an iPad or
It sounds simple.
It does, but I'm his mother and I deal with him every day, so I know.
He don't want to get on the bus at the end of the day.
So is he being allowed to play with a tablet up until the last minute or anything of that nature?
They be doing that. They play with the tablet to the last minute or whatever, and then when it's time to leave.
Bingo, there's the problem. That is the issue. Angel cannot play the game of any type up until it's time to walk out of the door because his brain is still being activated and enhanced by wanting to play a video game. He needs a transition phase for everything. He needs a transition into a transition.
Right,
5-10 minutes.
When he's on the iPad or whatever, he always close the iPad up, shut it down, and we go to lunch and he get in line just like it's nothing. So that's
well, then it's different because he knows he could come back later on after lunch and get back on the tablet. once he has to get off of it and come home, he doesn't have a tablet at home. He doesn't have an iPad at home. We don't have money for that. So he knows once he has to get off of it at the end of the day that that's it. He's not getting no more iPad, tablet till he goes back to school. So he needs to be given something that he doesn't like to do. Like, oh, there's 10 minutes until the bus comes. Tablets are done. Go get a book because we're in school and we should be reading books anyway.
Like 10 minutes before the bus comes, 10 minutes before
That's
the
not
bus
what
comes,
you just said.
we have cleanup time. We have cleanup time.
But you just said they play on the tablet until the last minute. See what I'm... It's
No,
just...
no, it's
I can't handle this
cleanup time
conversation
10
no
minutes
more.
before 2 o'clock. We're cleaning up the classroom. Tablets is getting turned off 10 minutes before.
Well, 2 o'clock would be 25 minutes before, because the buses come at 2:25.
Like, turn off the tablet, let's go home. No, it's still we have cleanup time at 10 minutes too.
But you just said he plays it until the last minute, and now you're saying that he turns it off 10 minutes before, and then you said at 2
It's
o'clock.
cleanup time. We have to clean up. We can't do it like the last of the minute because they have to get their coats. They have to get in line. No, it's 10 minutes before we have cleanup time. We have to clean up. Everybody has to put their stuff away. We have time. We have to have time to do that.
I think he needs more of a transition because that's the only thing that I can think of. And when Angel's at home and he's allowed to sit on his cell phone or sit on his PlayStation Vita, it's a handheld game, for too long, it overexcites the parts of his brain that are autistic, and he cannot come down from that.
Well,
That's... all I know is this cannot continue. Whatever's going on cannot continue. I don't know what to say because it went from he's misbehaving, getting on a bus, to he's doing better, to now he just came home with bruises. And every time my son, I have state workers that come to my house. He's involved with all types of different other programs, not just school. And when these people come and they see bruises on my son, if it's not documented where he got them and how, I automatically get blamed for it. And I'm not going to lose my son because he doesn't want to get on a school bus. So I don't really have nothing helpful to say right now. So I don't think the conversation's going to...
I know you're really mad. I understand, though. I understand.
Right, and I just want you to understand, I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you, Miss Davis. I'm mad at this situation.
I know. I understand.
And just right now, I feel like the conversation is kind of coming to an end because I'm just getting upset and I don't want to keep yelling at you. But it's like, I can't think of anything else to say. I feel like I need to take a breath and think about this. But the daily note definitely needs to be implemented. And when he needs to get on that school bus, even if I got to send this cell phone to school with him so you can call me so he can sit his bad butt on the phone with me,
I have your number.
I will sit on the phone with him and he can talk to me while he walks to the school bus. And I wish he would act like that.
Right, and when you know what? I thought you had a job. You worked, right?
Nope, I'm not working. I'm at home pregnant and sick.
Okay, so when he start acting up, I'm gonna call you. I don't care if it's at the end of the day when it's time to put him on the school bus.
Yeah, because he can talk to me while he's putting on his coat on his way to the bus, because he's going to stop.
If he's having a problem, I will call you.
Okay, that'll work too.
I'll do that.
All right, well, thank you, Miss Davis. I know you need to get back to those kids, so.
Oh, yes, the teacher's in there with him. I'm just out here in the hallway talking to you.
Okay.
Yeah, so, I'm gonna call you if you start acting up. I don't care if it's like, start throwing stuff, I'm gonna call you right away and have you talk to him then.
Yeah, because he's gonna stop. He's gonna stop. He's going to stop. This is going to stop.
Yeah, so I'm gonna call you with it whenever you start acting out.
All right. Sounds good to me.
All right, have a good day.
You too.
Bye. Bye.
They don't know what to say. They're not used to a real mother questioning them.